FILICIDE, the killing of one's own son and or daughter. The number of FILICIDE cases on a global level are alarming, and although there is no justification for such an act, researchers on the subject and investigators who have interviewed parents that have committed FILICIDE against their children report that motives behind the phenomenon include mental psychosis, the desire to get revenge against a spouse, to relieve themselves of the burden of their children, moments of temporary insanity, honor killings, lack of support, and low income status. Ultimately, it is the common idea that our children are our property that contributes to FILICIDE rates. Many people feel like their children belong to them, so therefore they can do to their children what they please, as indicated in the well-known quote, "I brought you into this world, I can take you out of it." The seeds that produced this type of behavior was planted all the way back in 431 BCE in a play by Euripides titled Medea. In this play, a woman proclaims, "I who gave them life shall give them death," and she goes on to murder her two sons. The significance of this play was that after being abandoned by her husband, Medea adapted to those same motives found in FILICIDE cases today. So, I guess it's safe to say that history has repeated itself as those toxic seeds of FILICIDE continue to grow. But when we tell our children, "I brought you into this world, I can take you out," what we're essentially saying to them is, in 3 words, "I'll kill you." Because in 2 words, you're mine. So in 1 word, die. Die if you are not going to be who I tell you to be. Die if you are not going to do what I tell you to do. Die if you do not believe what I tell you to believe. And die if things don't turn out the way I thought they would turn out. After interviewing several people, it was stated that most parents didn't mean that they were going to kill their children, but that it was a funny joke. I disagreed and subsequently took a poll on Facebook and TikTok. The question I asked was, how do you feel about the statement, "I brought you into this world and I will take you out"? The options were that either that statement was toxic or it was a joke. Of the 26 people who responded to the poll, 22 of those people said that that statement was toxic, and 4 of those people said that it was just a funny joke. In fact, here's what some of the people said about the toxic statement. While hosting an open discussion on the topic during a live video feed, a TikToker stated, and I quote, "My parents always told me that after I got a whooping." A quote from a different TikToker. "My dad told me that often, and it was very scary, very intimidating." Another person I interviewed admitted it was never said in a joking manner. It was always said out of anger. And last but not least, someone else commented, I always feared that my mother really wanted me dead. The statements go on and on. People, this is not a joke. I repeat, this statement is not a joke. The implications of such a statement is literally, I will kill you. Either way it's put, that is a threat. And if you're saying that to your children, or if you have said that to your children, please don't ever let it happen again. Think about what it is that you are really saying to your child. Do you really want your child to feel as though you will kill them if you have to? Instead of saying that, try saying this instead. I might take away your privileges, but I will never take away your life. Now let's break that down in 3 words, shall we? In 3 words, I love you. In 2 words, you're safe. And in 1 word, live. Live, love, and learn that I'm giving you structure because I want to help you reach your full potential. Live and learn that although you will eventually create or choose your own path, I am here to guide you along the way. Please understand that yes, kids need guidance and they need structure, but at some point, to some degree, they need freedom. They need to be free to express themselves. They need to be free to decide who they want to be. And they need to feel the love of their parents at all times. Most of all, your children need to feel safe from harm. Remember that there is no eraser for the words you speak, and apologies don't always cut it. Now, as a parent, if you need support or you feel overwhelmed, I encourage you to seek out resources, maybe even take a few parenting classes to help you navigate the difficult moments in parenting. It's very understandable that trying to raise children who have their own personalities is very difficult. Children may not be wired to process what we say to them as a joke. And when you make toxic statements that you feel are not a big deal, to them, it just might be a big deal. Never forget that words spoken are seeds planted. Those seeds will grow and manifest into larger ideas, beliefs, and behaviors if we do not put an end to it now. If you think that when you're talking, your words are just disappearing or blowing away in the wind, you couldn't be more wrong. The words that we speak reside in our subconsciousness. One day, when we least expect it, those words present themselves. And they may appear as a solution or a means to an end, which in this case is not a good thing. So now is the time to break this generational curse. For more information on this topic, check out the links in the description of this episode. I will also leave a link to some resources for you in the event that you find parenting difficult, especially in today's world where it seems that everything unruly is normalized, making it harder for us to see the bigger picture. Everyone, stay encouraged, stay hydrated, and if you can, practice mindful breathing every chance you get to keep that oxygen flowing throughout your brain. Until next time, let's continue to flip scripts on these toxic narratives and turn them into words more useful, more encouraging, and more meaningful. Thank you for listening. Happy Friday.